You are listening to Bedtime Dreamy Tales. Please make sure you have subscribed to our channel for new story. Story title, The Wonderful Musician. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a musician of unparalleled skill. His name was Finley, and his violin could weave melodies so enchanting that the very air seemed to dance in delight. One bright morning, filled with the joy of spring, Finley decided to wander into the heart of the ancient forest that bordered his small, cozy village. As he walked, the silence of his solitude weighed upon him, and he longed for companionship. This quiet is too much to bear, he mused aloud. I must find myself a companion. With that thought, Finley drew his cherished violin from his case and began to play. The notes spiraled up into the trees, twirling with the leaves and whispering secrets to the birds. It was not long before his music enchanted a listener, a wolf, drawn by the haunting beauty of the melody. "Oh, what a sight!" Finley exclaimed. Upon seeing the wolf, a wolf comes to partake in my concert. The wolf approached him, eyes filled with wonder. "Your music is unlike anything I've ever heard," he said. "Could you, perhaps, teach me?" "Certainly," Finley replied. "It's simple, really. Just follow my instructions." And so they walked together until they came upon a grand old oak tree, hollow and split down the middle. "Here," Finley said, "if you wish to learn the violin, place your front paws inside the split." The wolf, eager to learn, did as instructed. Finley then used a large stone to wedge the wolf's paws firmly within the crack, trapping it as effectively as a prisoner in shackles. "Now, wait here patiently for my return," Finley said before strolling away, leaving the wolf in confusion. Not long after, Finley's desire for another companion grew. Once again, he played his violin, and his melodies weaved through the forest. This time, a fox, lured by the music, approached him. A fox now, Finley greeted. "Come to learn from me?" The fox nodded, entranced by the music. "You are a master musician. Please, teach me to play as you do." "It's easy," Finley assured. "Just do as I say." They walked together until they reached a narrow path flanked by dense thickets. Here, Finley cleverly bent down a stout hazel bush to the path, holding it down with his foot. He did the same with another bush on the opposite side. "Clever fox, if you wish to learn, give me your left front paw," he instructed. Fox complied, and Finley tied his paw to the bush. "Now the right." The fox, trusting, offered his other paw. Finley tied it to the second bush and then let go, catapulting the fox into the air, where it dangled, helplessly swinging back and forth. "Stay here and await my return," Finley advised, then continued on his way. Yet, the silence soon returned, urging Finley to seek out yet another companion. His violin called into the forest, summoning a hare this time. "Ah, a hare," he exclaimed. "Would you like to learn from me?" The hare, eager and bright-eyed, agreed. "You play divinely. Please, could you teach me?" Finley nodded, and together they walked. When they reached a clearing, Finley tied a rope around the hare's neck, securing the other end to a tree. "Now, nimble hare, run around this tree 20 times, he instructed. The foolish hare did as told, entangling itself hopelessly. As the wolf finally freed itself, fueled by rage and thoughts of retribution, it set off in pursuit of the deceitful musician. The fox, too, freed by the wolf, joined in the pursuit, as did the hare once it was released. United by their grievances, they sought Finley with fervor. In the meantime, Finley, ever in search of companionship, played his violin once more, attracting a poor woodcutter. This time, seeing a human approach, Finley greeted him with genuine warmth, playing his most beautiful pieces. As the woodcutter stood, entranced by the music, the wolf, fox, and hare approached, their intentions clear in their fierce eyes. The woodcutter, understanding the danger, positioned himself protectively before Finley, axe at the ready. "With this axe, no harm shall come to the musician," he seemed to say. The animals, taken aback by this display of loyalty, fled back into the forest. Grateful for the woodcutter's bravery, Finley played his finest tunes in thanks, driving away the lingering shadows of the forest with his music. After their shared adventure, Finley and the woodcutter parted ways as friends, with promises of future visits and more music to share. As Finley continued his wanderings, he reflected on the day's events. His quest for companionship had taken unexpected turns, teaching him the value of kindness and the complexities of friendship. The forest, with its enchanting mysteries and inhabitants, had offered lessons he would not soon forget. But our story does not end here. for Finley's music had touched more than just those he had encountered. Tales of his melodies and the lessons they brought began to spread throughout the land, carried by the wind, the animals, and every soul moved by his music. His story became a legend, a testament to the power of art to transform, to challenge, and to unite. In the following days, Finley found himself approached by creatures and people, not for tricks or lessons, but for the pure joy of shared melodies. Together, they created a symphony that resonated through the forest, a melody that spoke of forgiveness, friendship, and the beauty of coexistence. The wolf, the fox, and the hare, having learned their own lessons, returned not in anger but in peace, drawn once again by the magic of Finley's music. And so, Finley's days were filled with music, laughter, and the company of those who had once sought to challenge him. The forest became a place of gathering, a haven where all could come to share in the joy of music. Finley, with his violin, became known not as a trickster but as a true maestro, a bringer of harmony in a world often filled with discord. As the seasons changed, so too did the tales of the wonderful musician. They grew and evolved, becoming stories of hope, redemption, and the unifying power of beauty. Parents told their children of Finley's adventures at bedtime, instilling in them the values of creativity, empathy, and the courage to seek out and foster connections in the most unexpected of places. Years passed, and Finley grew old, but his legacy endured. The melodies he had played echoed in the hearts of those he had touched, a timeless reminder of the moments they had shared. And in the heart of the forest, a grand oak tree stood as a monument to the musician and his companions, a testament to the unexpected friendships born from a single, heartfelt melody. If you like this story, please give this video a like and comment below with your thoughts. See you in the next story.